Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all having a good day. D-Clan, good to see you, my friend. Jobin, good to see you. Simon, good to see you, buddy. Nova, good to see you. Trust, good to see you. Selflex, good to see you, brother. Where you been? Mehdad, good to see you. Tumob, good to see you. Sukri, good to see you, my friend. Jamie, good to see you. Sinks, DC, Hamza, Mira, SKR, how you guys doing, bro? Hope you're all having a good day. Ross, my friend, good to see you. Good to see you awake early. When moon, inshallah, in your opinion? Serious question, bro. Okay, so let's go over some of the price action that's happening at the moment. Bitcoin is at a very, I would say psychological level because it's kind of stuck at this 108,109 level. So, the height was 108. Then obviously we dumped back down to 88K. Then we rallied back up. We broke that high at 109. And now we're just kind of chilling in this range for the last, month, you could say. Well, for this month at least. And this is a very, key psychological level because if we can hold this region and close above it, then it's very likely that the market makers are most likely going to push this higher, maybe to the 110 region, and liquidate all the shorts. That is one scenario. When new mic, I've actually ordered a new mic, but it's quite annoying to set up. So I'm just waiting for it to arrive. But it's one of those legit mics, and it has one of those big boxes. I don't know how to explain it, bro. But I've just ordered one of those mics. It was quite expensive. I think the new mic would be a lot better, but I think this mic is okay at the moment, right? Nothing wrong with the mic, right? But in terms of when moon, so for those of you that don't watch the macros or follow the macros, we had FOMC yesterday. And what that means is the Federal Reserve kept interest rates the same level as they were before. So it's about 4.2, 4.25, I think, around those regions. So they cut a whole percentage point. I think it's 4.5 actually. And they kept interest rates the same. And his tone in that FOMC meeting was neither bearish or dovish. And because of that, the market the market needs a reason to go down. And if there's no reason for it to go down, then the market rallies. And because the Fed didn't say anything bearish, the market rallied. That's all it was. He was very neutral. When he got asked the important questions, it just kind of brushed him to the side. He didn't want to answer them. So because unemployment is strong and inflation is doing okay, inflation is not that bad because consumer confidence came down, meaning that the consumers are not willing to spend money. They're less confident in spending money. So for that reason, and another bullish thing the Fed said was they don't need to reach the 2% goal in order to, cut interest rates, which is very bullish. But then he also said on the bearish side that they're not in no rush to cut rates at the moment, and it will all depend on the data. So it was a very neutral FOMC. It was a very boring FOMC. There was not anything. He didn't say anything that would shake the markets, but he didn't say anything that would pump the markets either. And when you're in the neutral section, the market just tends to rally, and that's what Bitcoin done. Bitcoin rallied. It came down to about 100K and then rallied back up. And that was it. So, some of the altcoins obviously bounced on that news. When the market pumps, everything pumps. Dominance was heading, almost to a double top at 60%. Then you had that, now it's cooled off a little bit, but it could potentially go higher. There's a possibility. And, one of the things that we have to look out for is the ETH BTC pair. It looks like it's a double bottom. There's a bottom here and there's a bottom here, and it bounced. So depending on how the Fed, what the Fed does in March, this could be the bottom for ETH BTC pair. Now, if the data is bullish in February, the first half of February, then the market will have a very green February, and then towards closer to the data and the FOMC in March, then the market will kind of stall, if not dump a little bit. And if that is bullish again, and maybe they stop QT, because the Bank of Canada just stopped QT today, which means they are looking to go into economic expansion into QE, which is very bullish. The European banks also cut by another 25 basis points. So at some point, Powell will have to cut. And Trump obviously came out and gave a statement saying that if Powell's not going to do it, then he's going to take it in his own hand. And, Trump is one of those guys that's going to keep clowning the Fed. He did it last time when they came in office. They kept clowning the Fed to stop QT. And they stopped QT, and then we had a very decent Altseason. We don't need QE. A lot of people say, the banters and all these guys, they say, oh, we're not going to have an Altseason because there's no QE. But you don't need QE. We didn't have a QE in 2023 when the ETFs came out, and we had a very parabolic pump. Even now, we don't need QE. All we need is to QT to stop. And that will be the process where, the market is going to shift back to altcoins now because QT has stopped. That's what we need. But even without QE, QT, if the Bitcoin reserve comes through and they actually, file for the Bitcoin reserve, then that could be a catalyst for the market to pump again. Just like in 2023, when the ETFs went live, everyone thought it was going to be sell the news event. And after the ETFs, the market continues to rally for another 4 or 5 months. The exact same thing could happen again. The exact same thing. So you don't technically need QE to have people, obviously you need QE to have like a 2020, 2021 style of Altseason. You're going to need QE for that. But you can still have a nice 2023, early 2024 pump when everyone's portfolio did at least a 5 to 10x, which is good enough in my opinion. Get 5 to 10x, I think that's pretty decent. But obviously the 50 to the 30s, the 100x's, you do need QE for that. Or you need at least QT to stop. But we can still have a nice 2023, 2024 style pump. I'll be happy with that, to be honest. We was going to do that in December. For the first 15 days of December, the market was very bullish. And then Powell came and just fucked the whole market up. But a few more data points that came out today was unemployment, jobless claims came in a lot lower than expected. So initial jobless claim was predicted to come in as 228. Instead, it came in at 207, which means unemployment less people are claiming jobless benefits, which is quite good. Core PCE prices went higher than the previous month. However, it came in as consensus, so it's not anything to be scared of. And we do have some more data coming in next week, which is the ones we're going to have to look out for. I don't think it's going to show it on here, but, I think it's the... we got core PCE as well. I think that's tomorrow, right? Yeah, that's tomorrow. We got core PCE tomorrow, which is going to be a good indicator for how inflation is going to come in. Oh, that's month over month, actually. That doesn't really matter. That's month over month. That's expected to go slightly higher as well. Yeah, but keep in mind, we're getting data for December, so. And we also had on the stock side, we had some earnings coming in. So Microsoft earnings went down 5%, which is quite a lot. However, Meta's earning went up 4%. Apple went up, I think, either 3% or 6%. I haven't looked into it today. But their earnings came in very positive. Tesla jumped. And Tesla jumped because they earned 600 million profits from BTC. So their profits went up as well. And so overall for the stock market, the earnings were pretty good. And that's why the stock market, I think, is rallied just a slight lower touch. Yeah. Slight lower touch. It rallied back up. Near the new all-time high, actually. I'm not bullish. I'm geeky bullish. Things good to see you, bro. WeCoin potential. WeCoin potential. I'm not a fan of WeCoin, bro. I'll be honest with you. It's not one of those projects that I'm really, I'm not. One of the things about WeCoin is, yes, it's very low cap, and that is a selling point for this project. However, if you look at this project for the last 2 years, since 2022 that it's been out, hasn't done anything sufficient, anything that is even worth, in my opinion, even talking about. They literally haven't done anything. There's no bullish announcements. It's just, just, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of this. I mean, it's okay for a low cap. If you want to maybe chuck in, $500, $300 or some shit, and then forget about it and come back, maybe you'll do some numbers. That's what it's good for. But as like a long-term hold, as an investment, first of all, there's not enough liquidity for you to even buy this shit. So when everyone's going to sell, how are you going to sell this? There's no liquidity for you or everyone to sell. I can't give a buy alert on a coin like this because there's no liquidity in the coins like this. I can put this in a degen portfolio or something maybe. But look at this, 62K trading volume, which is not a lot. That's fuck all. So the volume's low, but this is one of those, because it's low cap is RWA, and there's not a lot of low cap RWA coins left. You can maybe chuck in a few $100 and forget about it and come back. Maybe you'll do well one day. That's how I would treat this coin. It's not one of those where you can put large amounts of money in, where they're consistently developing, looking to change something in the world. It's not one of those coins. They have a few properties that you can rent out, but apart from that, there's not really much going on with this project. Good to see you, BNB King. Yes, exactly. I mean, I don't like being overly bearish, and I don't like being overly bullish. I just give you guys the facts. I think that's what every YouTuber should, realistically do. Some YouTubers obviously have, they kind of have to, like, YouTubers are here to provide hopium for retail. That's all it is. Wait, hold on. Is my mic? 1 second. Hello. I think my mic should be fine. I don't know if I was connected to the wrong mic. I'm pretty sure I'm connected to my mic now. Maybe it'll sound a bit better now. Sometimes it connects me to my fucking webcam's mic, which sounds very weird. Oh yeah, it was. Thank you for that, Russ. I think I connected to my webcam mic or my laptop mic. I don't know. It probably sounded a bit weird. Bitcoin will continue to reach all-time high due to the fact that countries are owning some Bitcoin reserves. Trump is a lower inflation soon. I agree with you in that sense, my friend. I mean, look, when you have, the government, one of the biggest, economy in the world, America, and you have the government owning, the president owning, most of his portfolio into Ethereum. So he holds 400 million, and approximately over half of that, well over half, is in Ethereum. So clearly, he's expecting QE at some point, or at least a stop to QT. So when that happens, obviously Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin, and for that reason, that's why he's accumulating large amounts of Ethereum. I don't care about all the buzzwords all these YouTubers are talking about. As soon as we go down, there's YouTubers calling for 70, 80K, just retarded. And then when we go up, they're calling for 200K, 500K, 180, whatever, some ridiculous numbers they throw out there. As soon as the market gets bearish, everyone starts throwing out 80, 70K predictions. And then when we get bullish and the market pumps, they start doing the opposite and calling for 500K Bitcoin. At the end of the day, you have to be real with yourself when it comes to investing. A lot of people want to hear that hopium that Bitcoin is going to go to 180, 190. It's possible, but why would you take that risk knowing the macros are always going to be an issue for crypto? You could have 4 months of good macros, and then randomly all you see is inflation creeping its head back up, and then the entire market just fucks up. And a prime example of that is November, December. The market was bullish, and then inflation in those 2 months were going up, but no one cared because the market was pumping. And then randomly the Fed just came out and said, no, we're not going to cut interest rates no more. And from that, the market just gave most of the gains back in literally a space of a couple of days. All the gains that the November and December gave us, the market just gave it back in a week. You basically lost most of your gains, which is crazy to think, but that's how the market treats us. So on the next pump, on the next pump, depending on how good the macros is, and if QT is still there, then I would look to skim some profits off in case we go lower, and then you have USDT to buy the dip instead of getting emotional and crying and saying, when are we going to pump? Bro, if people have USDT on the side, you never get to that stage where you think, when are we going to pump? When are we going to? The people that say that is the people that's 100% in the markets and they just have got nothing left to buy. So when the market goes down, they get affected the most. That's how it is. But yeah, let's see how inflation data comes in. Trump is, he does want lower inflation and he does want low interest rates. But you can't really have both. You have to have one or the other that leads to the other. That's how it is. You can't have low interest rates and low inflation. That doesn't make sense. Unless you're doing something to cut inflation rapidly. Based on data available as of now, what is your guess that we can expect bullish month result in 10 to 20x altcoin? It won't. Look, you're not going to get 10 to 20x in 1 month. You might get it on individual coins like we did with Sensei. I think Sensei, if you got into the lows, near the lows, like below 0.01, you would have made approximately a 13, 14x in money. However, you're not going to get that across every single coin. So you might get it on 1 or 2 coins. Some of them just goes parabolic based on some random partnership they've done. And, it catches everyone's eye. And then you have other scenarios where if you're talking about your entire portfolio, your portfolio is not going to do a 10 to 20x in 1 month. It has to be several months on a space of 4 to 5 months, I would say. So if you get a space of 4 to 5 months where the data is good and there's no bearish news, hopium's there, some catalyst is there to push the market up, then you can do that. Maybe when the Bitcoin reserve actually comes in, because at the moment, let me see, where is that? So 14 states have introduced the Bitcoin bill so far, meaning that the 14 states out of how many there is in the US have basically won a Bitcoin reserve, which is very big. It's a lot of states. A few weeks ago, it was like 11. Now it's 14. And more states are coming out, where they want to put 10% of their earnings or whatever into Bitcoin, which is massive. Czech Republic today, the Bank of Czech Republic also accumulated Bitcoin, or they want to buy Bitcoin as part of their reserve. And the games theory is playing out. Eventually, more and more governments they're not going to sit on the sideline, let one country become the monopoly of an industry that's ever growing. They're going to take part as well. They're going to buy Bitcoin. They're going to buy Ethereum. They're going to buy everything. That's why Trump is non-stop buying Ethereum, and he's buying altcoins as well. Why would the president buy these altcoins if he wants to lose money? Of course, he doesn't have that. He doesn't buy this stuff to lose money. He has the agenda that he's going to pump at some point, and they know something obviously we don't, which could be that they might stop QT at some point. And when that happens, all these altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin. So the World Liberty Finance, they hold 400 million, and now Trump Media is expected to invest 250 million as well. So, Trump is going all in crypto pretty much. Trying to get inflation down. Do I think QE in March? I don't think QE in March. Look, in order for QE to come, there has to be a catalyst for QE to start. They're not just going to randomly start QE. It doesn't work like that. You need unemployment to shoot up like a whole percentage point in 1 month for them to potentially start QE. You need some sort of crisis, or 2-3 banks, the biggest banks in America, collapses. That's a catalyst to start QE. You need a catalyst to start QE. They're not just going to randomly start QE. They can stop QT, as in they can stop taking assets off their balance sheet, which is good enough because in 2017, we had that exact same thing. I don't know if I can show it on here, but in 2017, we never had QE in 2017. We had QE in 2020, 2021 cycle, right? But in 2017, we never had QE. I don't know why it doesn't show, but this was flat. That means the bank, the Bank of America, well, the Fed wasn't taking anything off their balance sheet. They were just kept it steady. And because it was steady and QT stopped, altcoins outperformed Bitcoin. See? Altcoins outperformed Bitcoin for a period of time. And then what happened when they started to take assets off their balance sheet? What happened? The market came down again. And the exact same thing happened again over here. The Fed started QE, and what happened? You see this little wick over here? The market started trending higher. All coins, total free, started trending higher. Then we had the COVID crash, and then we had this massive QE. In the space of 2 weeks, trillions got printed. And then we had this massive double top. So even if you, like I said, even if you don't get QE, even if you just for this to go flat for a couple of months, that's all we need. We don't need QE. We just need a stoppage of QT. That's all it is. At the moment, what's happening is when Bitcoin goes up, the whole market goes up. When Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. That's literally what's happening. And the dollar right now, same thing with the dollar. The dollar has taken a stumble, but now, let me zoom in a little bit. The dollar's having a lot of bounce, is kind of holding this region. And that's because the yen is going down. The yen's going back down now, meaning those people are starting to get the carry trade. They're locking in the new whatever percentage they get now, whatever interest they get on there now. They're locking it in again, meaning they're going to borrow more yen now to go buy more assets. I think the euro tanked today as well because they raised interest rates. So whenever an economy is expecting more interest rates, the dollar, the currency, goes down. Do you think it's possible that Bitcoin dominance doesn't drop because the institution, no Altseason? Every single cycle, I've been in 3 cycles, right? Every single cycle, the exact same scenario happens. Everyone believes there's going to be no Altseason. There's always something to be scared of. And in the end, the fiat system is made for us to have an Altseason. Because in the end, there's 2 options, right, for the US government. Either they default on the debt, which is trillions, tens of trillions of dollars, or they continue printing. So do you honestly think with the debt that the US have piled up, they're just going to default on that? That will cause a world. I don't even think the world is going to let that happen, because that would literally that will be the end of the American monopoly, meaning that someone else is going to take power now. They're not going to be the number 1 in the world if they default on the debt. So in the end, you are going to get QE. It's just that most people don't make it to that stage because they capitulate too early, or if the market doesn't go anywhere, they give up. Those are the people that's going to lose. Most of the people that's in the markets now, you've already committed yourself. Most of you are like 80, 90% in the market. Some of you are 100% in the markets. You've already committed. Just wait it out. The fiat system is made to either collapse or they keep printing more. That's how it is. And which do you think the Fed is going to do? Let's be honest. Are they going to default on the debt and they're going to collapse the world? They're going to lose their number 1 spot in the world, or are they just going to continue to print and find another way to get rid of the debt? Which do you honestly think is the case? I think QE is the most likely case, because they're not going to default on the 30, 40 trillion or $50 trillion debt they have, which is ridiculous amounts of money. They're not going to do that. They're just going to keep printing more. That's how this dirty fiat system is made, where they're just going to keep printing, and inflation is always going to be a thing. But they just, you have the inflation. The Fed already knows they're never ever going to get to that 2% inflation rate ever. They're not going to do that. And in 2020, in 2021, we also had the exact, similar scenarios than we had now. The Fed was raising interest rates, and they said, the Fed was like, no, we're not going to start QE. And then next month they started QE. That's what they do. The Powell can say whatever the fuck he wants. He can switch his whole bias point in literally 1 month. He literally said 1 month before, he said, we're not going to start QE. We're not at that stage yet. And then next month he started QE. So, I don't believe anything they say. Just if you can make it to the end point, you are going to make money. It just does that simple. I think everyone will be happy with that. Wa alaikum salam, my brother. I hope you're doing fine. The only thing we have to watch out for, Precious, is precision. is we have to, unemployment is not going to be an issue. I think unemployment is going to stay the same. We have to just watch for inflation. That's it. If inflation data comes in bullish, the market will rally. That's all it is. The market will rally. The Fed may start QT. That's the only thing we have to look for now. There's nothing else. Everything else is just black swans. Some random war starting. Even today, like Europe now, Canada obviously stopped QT, but Europe is now looking to get gas again off Russia, meaning that the European, economy is going to slightly improve. They're not going to be struggling. And one of the things why Germany is in a recession today is because they're paying double for the gas. They can't afford it. So now they're looking now because Trump is in office now, Biden and all these, this is what America does. America leads the NATO into war, and then they just abandon NATO. NATO just there looking like idiots being caught with their pants down. Now you guys are seeing the rebellion from the European Union. Trump is pro crypto. Europe is anti crypto now, even though some of the countries within it are adopting Bitcoin as their reserve, individuals. But NATO as a general is I think NATO will eventually break apart because Trump is going to be taxing every single one of them. This is why they hate Trump, because Trump, puts tariffs on his country. Previous, all these other governments, they don't make their own people rich. They make other countries rich. Trump is one of those one of those presidents that wants to make the people rich and tax other countries. That's what ideally, that's what you want to be. And, the richer America becomes, the better it is for us anyways, because the higher crypto goes. If the average person in America, the biggest economy in the world, has more money, they're going to go and invest some of that money, which means that all altcoins are going to get more, they're going to buy our altcoins. So overall, it's going to work out fine. What do I think about Lingo? I think Lingo is a good project. Just one thing you have to be careful of Lingo is the unlocks, my friend. So there is unlocks coming off of Lingo, and I think they start next month. I think they actually start very soon. So yes, in the short term, it's okay, but in literally in 40 days, these unlocks are going to start, my friend. Meaning that yes, although Lingo is a very bullish project overall, unlocks are unlocks. If these early investors are up on the investment, which the IEO is up, 2x, you can only imagine, and this is not right, they didn't raise only 30K. I wish that was the case, but that's not the case. The reward system is the majority. The team and founders, they're going to get the tokens in a very long time. Private sale gets their token, public sale, pre-seed, strategic, and this 55% on track, which obviously they're going to be doing some selling because there's some liquidity in there as well. Launch pool, reward system. So there is going to be some selling pressure from the pre-seed, strategic round, public round. Even though it's not a lot, I would say the most important one is the public round. The private sale, because they hold 8%. So overall, it's not too bad, but you have to keep in mind there is going to be some selling pressure. There is going to be some selling pressure in 40 days. So it's good to hold for another month. And then, when this dumps on that selling pressure, then see how we reacts based off the unlocks, because it's going to be linear every single day. For, some of them are going to be the course of over a year. If the price holds steady, it means there's enough buyers to come in, so the selling pressure is not exhausted. The buying pressure is as long as it outweighs the selling pressure, then I would look to accumulate Lingo. As of right now, I would not buy it just because there's going to be a good amount of unlocks coming very soon. Look, it all depends on how you are as a person, my friend. Because we're still in QT, right? It is very unlikely that altcoins are going to go do 50 to 100x in the short term. They're not, right? So if you're one of those people that's very emotional if the market dumps again, then no, don't swap your BTC for altcoins. I don't think you should do that. I think you should only do that once the Fed stops QT. That's when you do it. I don't think you should do it now. It's, especially, yes, you will get some good discounts on some of these altcoins, but some of these altcoins are, they can fluctuate 50% one day, 30% one day, and then minus 30 to 50% the next day. That's how these altcoins maneuver. So if you can stomach those drops, then yes, you can do that. If you can't, then and you're an emotional person, then don't do it. Because someone in my group done that. And literally someone in my group done that, and he's in there complaining all the time, to the point where I had to ban him for all day. And that's a decision he made on his own. That's a decision he made on his own, and he's complaining on his own decision. It doesn't make sense, and it gets annoying. So if you're one of those people that's going to start complaining when the market goes down, I should have kept my BTC afterwards, then don't do it, my friend. I would have mostly AI. I would have second most would be RWA. I would have it in that exact order you just put it in, my friend. AI, RWA gaming. One of the gaming projects we follow is OTK. Now, I'm surprised no one's in the stream has asked me about OTK yet. But what happened with OTK was it just had the craziest dump, when it went down like 60%. So obviously it rallied up over here to 1.5, then dumped, then obviously, and then around like the 12 region, it just dumped all the way down to like 0.04. So ultimately it went down like 60, 70%, and now it's recovered. And one of the reasons this happened is a lot lower than this. I don't know why this only shows 0.09. It came down to 0.04, about 0.05. So it came down like 70%. And one of the reasons this happened was because, I missed the dip. I missed a majority of the main dip because everyone was panicking. So I had to go look at the transaction history to see what happened. And ultimately, what happened was some whale who was up on his investment and decided, okay, I want to sell this token to something else. He clipped 190K in one go. In one sell order, he clipped 190K, which caused a 70% dump. And then we started buying the dip. Some people caught it around 0.0567. They're up like 2x now. I caught it around 0.09 because I was looking for the transaction history to see what happened. I checked all the top wallets, seen he was in the team, and then I had to look to see what whale. It had to be some guy selling in one clip, or one of the wallets got hacked, and the team came out and said it's not us. It was one whale sold 190K, and then I bought the dip, and it recovered very quickly, and now it's pumping. For anyone that was wondering what the fuck happened to OTK yesterday, some whale just dumped 190K in one clip. But because everyone's bullish on this project, it just recovered in the space of a day. It actually went higher than what it was before. If all doesn't hit 1 billion, the game is rigged. I think once utility picks up, I think all will do very well, my friend. I think at the moment, all the liquidity is in Solana meme coins, and that won't last forever. It won't. As soon as we get QE, as soon as Q2 stops, people are going to go back to utility again. It's that simple. I don't think anyone has doubts about Aitech, my friend. I don't know who has doubts about Aitech. I'm confused. I think if anything, Aitech is very bullish. Yes, the price action isn't bullish, which I've already explained to you guys a million times. I'm not going to keep going over again and again. $66 million in market cap, which is extremely low in my opinion, for the only project in the crypto space to have a real life data center and a very fast burning mechanism. I think this is extremely undervalued. Now, you guys already know. Let's go over here. Just have to explain to you guys one more time. I'm not going to mention it again, bro. Aitech at the moment, and one of the most important things about Aitech that's suppressing the price is the vesting schedule. That's all it is. At the moment, the vesting schedule is approximately 140K daily, which is still a lot because those investors are up on their money and they're selling every day, which is obviously causing, I think the buyers, because the market is dead and DePIN isn't a hot narrative, the buyers are not, out buying the sellers. The sellers are overpowering the buyers. And because of that, the price goes down. And eventually, by, when is it? By end of Feb, right? So we can just see is 143K. And then into May, Into May, it drops to 40K minus this, let's say about 30K, because the team has locked their tokens for additional year. So the team's not going to get their tokens for an extra year. So let's say about 30K, 35K. So it goes from 140K daily to only about 30K, 35K daily, meaning the selling pressure is going to massively reduce because the private guys stop getting the tokens. It's only the seed and advisors, but their allocations are small. They're not going to be able to dump large amounts because it's only 43K daily. And by that time, I genuinely think the market will start heating up again. And Aitech will start doing well. One of the reasons is, that's keeping the price suppressed is because these guys are up 9x on the investment, 9.5x. And when they get their tokens every month, every day, of course they're going to sell. This is like the biggest fucking farming for them ever. They're selling. Seed guys are up 12x. They're going to sell. And that's what's keeping the price low. That's all it is. But it's going to stop and massively reduce after February. So just one more month of just dead price action is going to change after that. Just literally one more month. The ecosystem will stop as well. Seed will finish, not too long after that. Seed will finish in July. But even the seed, who gives a shit? Advisors only hold 2% of the supply. They're not going to do nothing. So in reality, the selling pressure reduces, and I think the buyers will outweigh the sellers, and we're going to start going higher instead of going lower, like we are now. Are you using a MacBook? From my experience, or they experience excellent sound quality? No, it's not a MacBook, but it was an MSI laptop. Tectum started pumping. Let's have a look. Tectum's up 20% today, yeah. And I think what's causing the Tectum pump is the mainnet now is live. It's almost live. Yeah, so the mainnet launch has begun. The mainnet rollout is underway, and we're in the final stage of deployment. So this is what we wanted to wait for. And as long as this goes smoothly, then ultimately, with the mainnet launch, Tectum will be a completed layer one. I showed you guys last time that layer ones in general, and I showed you guys the entire layer one category, a majority of them are down, the same level as Tectum. So it's not Tectum alone, it's just the entire narrative. Obviously, Tectum caused some of that dump because of poor team management. Maybe he would have held a lot better than what he held up if the team wasn't so stupid. So, that contributed a little bit more dump, but the entire narrative was pretty bad. And for that reason, as long as the mainnet is good and projects start building on Tectum, then overall, at some point, it will do well. Two questions. Please price target for alt. I think alt will hit at least $2. I think $2 for alt is possible. 20x from here is very possible. Thoughts on Manta, how I can reach this bull run? I made a video on Manta, not Manta alone, but I made a RWA tier list months ago, and I said Manta's a 5 to 10x, and I still stand by a 5 to 10x, my friend. I don't know about current price because Manta's like 5 billion. When I made that video on Manta as one of the best RWA coins, because it's the only layer one for RWA, Manta, this one right here, right? Damn, this one crazy, bro. I made this around $1 over here. When I made the list, it was around $1, bro. When I made that tier list, and I said this can do a 5 to 10x. So it's well on track for 5 to 10x. Well on track. Maybe you could do a bit more. Maybe you can do a 15x, but 5 to 10x. From this current point on, I'll probably say like a 2 to 3x max. Just because Manta has... Manta, what the fuck? Oh, the Solana one. Yo, this dumped a lot. What the fuck? 200k market cap now, 200 million. Damn. This is a good one to have, to be honest. I don't think it's a bad project at all. It's just not in the right narrative right now, but this could easily do a 10x. But the largest modular layer 2 built by leveraging Tech, Binance Labs. Yeah, this is not a bad layer 2, to be honest. I think the Ethereum guy did say he wants to focus on layer 2s. Manta is going to depend on Ethereum. If Ethereum performs, all the layer 2s will perform. And I think Ethereum will perform, and therefore the layer 2s will also perform. I think everyone's thinking Ethereum's dead, but I don't think that's the case. A good coin to DCA today is NAI. NAI is pretty good DCA. Fuck, it shot up. I wanted to buy some. Anyways, don't market buy because I'm also accumulating this as well. Don't want none of you guys to market buy and push this higher. Just put your limit orders. $60 million in market cap. No unlocks till November. Now, I have to show this every single time because I don't know if people are stupid, but they keep asking, no unlocks for NAI. I'll be like, yeah, I showed you guys a million times on stream. You either don't pay attention or you just, they've already burnt 450 million NAI, which is quite a lot. But they've also, let me see if I can find it, but it's going to be a little bit further down. They just formed a partnership with these guys. They just formed a new partnership. I haven't, where is it gone? But hold on. Look at the ecosystem, bro. Crazy ecosystem. This is all the people talking about NAI. It's just a lot of people talking about NAI. Oh yeah, here it is. Look, 0 unlocks till November 2025. Someone screenshot this and post it in my free Telegram group because people always act like, oh, where's the proof? Where's the proof? It's like, bro, why would I randomly lie about a coin having no unlocks? It's stupid. Why would I buy a coin that's lying about the unlocks? But there's no unlocks till 2025. The burning tokens, they have a massive ecosystem, and it's the only layer 1 in crypto that actually, and they also partnered with Fetch as well. It's a very close partnership, strategic partnership with Fetch, and they've joined the foundation. It's pretty good because now they can get access to AI agents as well. But ultimately, they got a massive ecosystem. The likes of big companies, Peak, IONET, Fetch AI, Filecoin, Aut, a bunch of other ones, AFA, ChainGPT, Vano. There's a lot of projects on here that you guys probably know as well. And they've also partnered with a bunch of Web 2 companies that's utilizing them. And they're the only layer 1 in crypto that solves the data problem within AI. I haven't seen many others. So there's already not a lot of layer 1 for AI. This is a layer 1 for AI that solves a real problem within AI, which is the data problem. A lot of the data that we use, when we use an AI or when AI gets used or whatever in general, all the data we use in general, most of it gets wasted. And if you can solve that problem in between, then a lot of companies will use you. So this is a good DCA today. But like I said, don't market buy, please. I'm still accumulating this. But it's come down significantly. When the market got bullish, it's pumped around 4x, 5x. I call this around 0.033, and it rallied all the way to like 13, 14 cents, and obviously cooled off for the rest of the market. This will definitely pick up again. Alex, good to see you, my friend. Everyone smashed the like button. I'm not going to lie, lately, everyone's been lacking on the likes. Great, good to see you, bro. How do you advise skim profits if the upcoming pump is not a big one? Yeah, look, if you want to skim profits on the upcoming pump, especially now if it's a big one, just get into like 10%, 15% USDT. That's what I would do. Get into 10%, 15% USDT, and when the market dumps again on some random news, at least you have USDT to take advantage of that dump instead of just sitting there with your pants caught with your pants down. You have USDT to buy the dip. And then that way you're not emotional when it dumps because you've got USDT to buy. The people that get emotional and start calling the end of the cycle, it's over, those are the people that went 100% and now they've down 30, 40% on the investment, and then they start calling the project a scam. That's what happens. It's not the projects going down, the market goes down and they blame. Like, how many people say, oh, what's wrong with such and such project? And then they just think that, just that coin is going down, but in reality, the whole market is going down, and they pick on one coin. It's just stupid. It pisses me off. Sorry, I joined the stream late. Any news on exchange listings? Bro, listen, one thing that I really hate is this is what all the retards do, right? Let me see if I can find the image of a Jeep, bro. Like, I need to show you guys the image of a Jeep. It's just like, bro, exchange listings are not going to fix the problem, my friend. Yes, exchange listings are good here and there. And maybe Sensei does need more exchange listings, maybe one or two more tier 3s. But exchange listings don't do fuck all but cause a short-term pump and a dump. It's going to pump short-term and dump. Exchange listings don't do shit. Yes, it might increase the volume if the narrative is there. If the narrative is not there, exchange listings does not matter. Cookie Dough, a very good token, got listed on Binance. What the fuck happened? It pumped 40%, 50%. And what happened afterwards? This was the exchange listing over here, right? At 47, it got listed on Binance. It pumped to 59 cents. And then what happened? We dumped. And then we dumped again. And this got listed on the best exchange in the world, Binance. So exchange listings are just for retards. Like, all the people that scream when exchange listing, when new listing, those people are just retarded. I look at them as like complete retail people, because they think exchange listing is going to save the coin. It's like all the people that's calling for Mavia to when Binance listing. It's like Binance listing is not going to fucking save Mavia. Mavia is going to continuously go down, maybe till after the unlock. It's not because maybe if they get Binance, a little bit more sentiment will be there for short term. And when Binance pump and dumps the coin, you're going to realize the exchange listings don't mean shit. And look what happened. I should show you Cookie Dough, which is one of the most important AI agents because it tracks all the agents in one website. Very good project. Kind of useless now because the AI agent narrative died down. But like, it will probably pick back up at some point. But exchange listings are not the go-to, the end of, it doesn't really need an exchange listing. Yes, Sensei will get more exchange listings at some point, but it doesn't do nothing. Like Sensei today, when the market got bullish, it bounced pretty nicely without exchange listings. It doesn't need exchange listing. It's up 15% today and is continuously going higher as soon as the market bounced. This was all due to one exchange listing. It has nothing to do with exchange listings specifically. Exchange listings only cause a pump and dump in the short term. You need the exchange listings at the right time. Otherwise, they just become pump and dumps. Start asking me exchange listing questions, bro. It pisses me off. Peter, good to see you, bro. Yeah, just take some initials and a little bit of profits out, and then and then when it goes back down, just buy it back in again. Just repeat the cycle. In the end, you'll win. Well, for Rio to reach all-time high, it's only 120 million market cap. For Rio, that's fuck all. Especially because, let's say for it to reach $3, you need like a 4x, right? 6x, you need like a 6x. Well, let's say about 5.5x. Well, let's between 4 to 5x, right? Because it's at 65 cents. For it to reach, what was the all-time high? Was it $3? No, yeah. So let's say around 4x, something around those, 4.5x. For this to reach 4.5x, I don't think it's going to be an issue, because when it comes to RWA, these guys are working hard. They're going to have a district coming out very soon, which you guys can buy into. So I don't think Rio is going to have a problem reaching his all-time highs. It's only like a 200 million market cap. Fuck all. Casper will definitely reach its all-time high because Casper is only 50% away from his all-time highs, 60% away from his all-time highs. So it's going to reach his all-time highs again. Shouldn't be a problem. Lithium, I'm not too sure, to be honest. I don't really follow Lithium. And unless there's projects building on Ethereum, Lithium, it's going to be difficult to judge it as a layer one. Now, over the time, dilution comes into play. So, at the peak, this reached $260 million, $70 million in market cap. It's currently $85 million in market cap. That's like a 3.5x away. It's not much, right? 3.5x in terms of, but the price action is more. It's like 5-6x away. So obviously dilution comes into play. Coins get diluted, and for them to reach the all-time highs, it's not going to be as easy. AI tech, right, at the very pinnacle, at the heights reached, zoom out, reached $200 million in market cap, reached $200 million in market cap, right? So you think you've reached $210 million in market cap. It's currently sitting at $66 million in market cap. So for it to reach its all-time highs, I don't think would be much of an issue. But in terms of price, for this to go back to its all-time highs at 40 cents, is like 10x away. But in market cap wise, because it's been diluted, it only needs a 4x, but it needs more than a 10x. Well, it needs like an 8x, so it needs double the amount of x's to reach in terms of price compared to market cap. But price, I don't really look at price, I look at market cap. I think because of what AI tech is doing, and DePIN is a very important sector within crypto because everything needs DePIN. Everything needs GPU power. And because they're building a data center, they got millions of dollars worth of machinery. I think, yes, it can reach and go fly past this 40 cents region. I think it can do that. And the reason I say that is because DePIN will always be needed. AI tech is going to be around next cycle, still providing GPU for companies in the Web3 and in Web2 space. So that aspect you have to take in consideration. Are these projects going to be relevant next cycle? And GPU, just like NVIDIA, will always be needed in crypto because they provide chips and GPU power. That's what AI tech provides as well. So AI tech will always be around in crypto. And they're going to potentially be in the billions of dollars. Maybe it'll be a blue chip one day. It's possible because of what they aim to do and what they're already doing. So, and because they have a burning mechanism, eventually is, this fully dilution of 120 million is going to get cut off because they're already burned. They're going to be burning once the data hub is live, the data center, sorry, and they have more and more customers. The dual burning, the dual deflationary system is going to be in overdrive. They're going to keep burning, and therefore the price will keep increasing. So you just have to wait for that time. But I do think a lot of the coins, Casper will definitely reach its all-time highs because Casper's always been fully diluted. For it to reach its all-time highs, like 60% pump, I don't think that's impossible. And Lithium will pump again, for sure. I think layer ones will pump again. It's not a Lithium shit. It's not a Tectum shit. It's just that layer ones in general are just been not performing. That's it. And DePIN, in general, has not been performing. Claw AI, a lot of these DePIN projects are in the same boat, to be honest with you. Claw AI down a lot as well. Looks like exactly like the chart of AI tech looks exactly the same. Ionet, one of the best DePIN projects in the space, you could say. The chart doesn't look the best either. If Ionet is struggling to do that well, it's doing okay, but it's back down to his July highs. The July levels are slightly lower than July levels. So this realistically hasn't gone anywhere for the past 7-8 months. And that's not because Ionet is a shit project. Ionet is one of the best projects in the space in terms of DePIN wise. They earn decent amount of revenue. They earn more than all. They earn like 15-20 million every single year. And that's profits. That's good money. Right? So you have to look past the short-term price action and look and think, are these projects going to be relevant in the future? Are they going to be needed? When you see stuff like DeepSeek coming around and outperforming ChatGPT, that just shows you that the monopoly that we have in AI needs to be changed. We need some decentralized AI, and crypto is the best place for that. Because you have these overinflated, Apple and Microsoft and all these other big companies that's overinflated in terms of valuation, whereas the likes of Alt, which is doing very similar things, to fucking Apple and Google, but it's sitting at $30 million market cap, and they provide better service, but it takes a decent amount of time for them to get noticed. That's all it is. But at least they provide real world solutions, which is they provide decentralized AI, which is earning them revenue, meaning people are utilizing it, companies are utilizing it, and they're paying them. That's a legit business. IONET is a legit business because people are paying for the GPU service. Aitech will be in the same boat. And these projects are not going to die because they're going to be earning revenue. Look for projects that are earning money with their products. Those are the ones that's going to be around for multiple cycles. And they're going to be around and generate you large amounts of money, rather than trying to look for, coins that's in the short term, because most of them die. Look at all these AI agents that came around recently. I can give you many examples. Most of them are just fucking dead because they pump during the hype, but the utility is so easy to make. Why do you need another launchpad? Why do you need another AI agent launchpad when we have 50 to 100 already? So they're just going to keep dying down because we don't need that many. Look at Dasha. Dasha pumped to 1 million to like 150 million. Look where he's at now. He's at 18 million. Just look at the chart. Fucking horrific. Look at this massive candle over here. Boom. And now he's almost back down to these levels because we don't need it. It's not needed. We don't need 500 fucking AI agent launchpads. We don't need them. We only need a few, and that's Virtual is going to be the best one. So a lot of these projects that were, and this is how people get caught with their pants down, right? Because I'll give you a prime example. Like this is the only one I keep using is DCI, right? DCI came out, pumped a decent amount when the DePIN narrative was hot. DePIN narrative was hot. Everyone thought DePIN is the next big thing because that's what happens with every narrative at the time. Now everyone thinks AI agents are the future, but only very few AI agents are going to survive. Most of them are just going to die. This is why you have to be very picky in what you pick. Yes, they're good when the narrative is hot and they're pumping and they've done like 30, 40x. That does not mean they're going to come back and do the exact same shit again. It doesn't mean that. And when DePIN was hot back in 2024, this pumped a good amount. And look what happened now is fucking dead with 3,000 trading volume, 4,000 trading volume, because no one gives a shit. These type of projects come out with 100% in circulation, with no docs team, just like fucking Snide, no docs team, 100% in circulation. Yes, the volume is good because Solana has good volume. It's not because this coin is good. It's just that Solana has good volume. A lot of these, I'm not picking on Snide specifically. This is just the one on top of my head, but it's not Snide specifically. But it's a lot of these AI agent coins that you think is good because they pumped initially. A majority of them don't even have working products, apart from just an AI agent launchpad, bro. Or made an AI agent launchpad in one day. So how fucking hard is that? AI agent launchpad memes, whatever the fuck they made that in one day. What the fuck? But this is how easy, and people get caught out and thinking there's some revolutionary AI agents. In reality, they're all just fucking 2-day projects that they come out, they do well. The team makes stupid amounts of money off them, and they just slowly start selling. And then there's people that come and buy their bags off them, thinking it's the next big thing. But in reality, it doesn't provide nothing valuable. And this shit, all it does is deploy AI agents. Like, how much fucking AI agents do you want to deploy? Majority of them are shit because they don't solve nothing. The only AI agents are good is the one that you can use and that makes your life easier, that has a real product. If they don't have a product, get it off the list. You don't need to hold it. No, once AI agents come out, the concept can only cause this initial pump. Afterwards, people start looking for product, and if there's no product, this is how the chart looks. So unless this has, obviously this has a product. I'm not talking about Swarms directly. I'm talking about all the other agents. Swarm's not a bad project. It's not a bad project. But all it does is launch AI agents, and this is the one that I can think off the top of my head. If they don't have no specific use case that's valuable that you think can be adopted in the future or people like it, then just get rid of it. And that's the case for a lot of these agents. Thousands of agents got deployed. Look at them now, most of them are dead because they don't solve nothing. They don't even have a product. Canada stop QT, Europe cut interest rates. Do you see most likely QT stop? Not really, because Europe and America is like, in terms of the economy, and Canada is like world apart, bro. Canada's struggling, Europe is struggling, and that's why they're cutting interest rates. At the moment, it doesn't look like US is struggling. Jamie, good to see you. Super, yeah, Super had a little bounce. All market bounce, bro. Like Super is decent, but it's not. It's up 27%. Nice. That's a big bounce. Very big bounce. Nice. Yeah, from 0.18 to like 0.24. Not a bad pump. Pretty good pump. Can you explain how the Fed's balance sheet increase influence of the market? Yeah, so when they're taking assets off the balance sheet is normally bad for riskier assets. When they add to their balance sheet, it means they're providing more liquidity to the markets. When there's more liquidity, the market pumps. When there's less liquidity, the market dumps. That's all it is. The Fed's balance sheet is basically, think of it as liquidity. When they keep taking assets off their balance sheet, it means there's less liquidity in the markets. However, when they add to their balance sheets, it means there's more liquidity. More liquidity means that liquidity has to go somewhere, and most of it travel. Well, not most of it, but some travel to the stock, some travel to crypto. That's all it is, my friend. That's the simplest way to put it. Think of the Fed's balance sheet as more liquidity. You know, when they take off, when they in QT, they're taking liquidity out of the market. When they're in QE, they're adding liquidity to the market. Should I sell my DEAI and buy one of our AI instead? I also Aitech based. Yeah, that's a very solid list, my friend. Alt solid, AI tech solid, based AI solid, Sensei solid, Nice solid. Tai is good, but Tai is a bit scammy. But because they pay all the influencers, it's just gonna pump. So it's still good. Which your favorite AI should I add the most? Depends, my friend. I think the most undervalued one today is probably Nai. I don't think Nai has pumped too much, and it's come down to a very good region. See, this sucker's pumped it, bro. It's come down to a very good region. And ultimately, Nai is a good project overall, in my opinion. I think it will do very well in the future, my friend, because it solves a real problem. Look for projects that solve problems. Don't look for projects that's trying to catch the hype. Based AI is pretty good as well. Sensei is good as well. If you want something that bounces quick, look for Nai and Sensei and Tai. Those three bounces very fast. Based AI also bounces. AI tech is slow, or is slow. Those are like long-term holds. They're going to do very well in the future. It's just that people have not caught onto them just yet. Based AI, everyone shills. Sensei, a lot of influencers shill. Nai, many people on Twitter shill it. Tai, every single YouTuber, almost every YouTuber talks about Tai. So it's always going to bounce back. Thoughts on some big exchange listings? What could happen first? Layer one's AI. I think AI is currently the place where a lot of listings happening. That's what we should do. Eddie, good to see you, but I hope you're feeling better, my friend. A very good project, Kip, in my opinion. Team backers. Yeah, Kip is a good project, my friend. Analysis token. I can do that for you, no problem, buddy. Let's have a look at Kip. So first things first, when you want to analyze a project, look for these factors, right? So number one you look for is just look at, especially if you have not bought a token, let's just go step by step on what I look for before let's say I want to buy a token, it looks good. This is what I look for, okay? So number one, I look at the funding and the IEOs, which is these are like the pre-sale investors. The private sale has raised $5 million, which is the VC guys. You have the node sales, which doesn't really affect us. And then we got the strategic round, which obviously doesn't show us how much money they raised, which is not best, but it doesn't matter too much. Then we go look at the vesting schedule, right? The fuck. This doesn't have a vesting schedule. Or it doesn't want to show it. Yeah, what the fuck? Go on Chain Broker. Hopefully it's on Chain Broker, then I can at least go through it, but otherwise. Okay, keep no works on here. So you look at the backers, some decent backers there. Then you look at a vesting schedule, right? So then you look at allocations. You see the team holds 10% of the supply. The strategic round holds 10%, 11% of the supply. The private guys hold 10% of the supply. Airdrop, that's airdrop. That's ecosystem. How much is airdrop? Airdrop is another whopping 10%. Liquidity is 10%. What's this 20? Rewards is 20% of the supply. So then you look at the vesting schedule, right? So let's say August 2025, there's going to be 3.3 billion tokens in circulation. At the moment, it's about 1.8. So, it's less than 2x dilution. So it's not that bad. Less than 2x dilution isn't that bad at all. Okay, so let's go down a bit more. The problem with these new coins is all the data is not on here. So yeah, so the unlocks are not the worst because these guys get 15% TGE, which obviously already happened, the 3 months cliff, and then they get the tokens over like 2-3 years. Teams tokens locked up for 12 months, which is pretty good. Airdrops almost done, almost done. 75% TGE. The rest is, vested over 25 months. Liquidity, 40% TGE. Advisors is 3%, so they don't really affect too much. Rewards, yeah, so overall the vesting is not too bad. Obviously the team and stuff holds approximately 30, 31, 32% of the supply, which is not the worst. It's not the worst because it's vested over a period of time, but it's only a 2x dilution. So the vesting isn't bad, my friend. It's not bad. So overall, it's not a bad project at all. Kip is a good DePIN project. Yes, I've seen this as well. Yeah, Norwegian central bank has bought it. And look, the games theory is playing out, my friend. Games theory is playing out. Yeah, I think Tau subnets will do well on Zilla. I think they will do well. And I think Sturdy is one of them, yeah. Well, first of all, what the fuck is this volume, bro? Look at the trading volumes, 125k. It's not the best. So this provides liquidity. Pantera, KuCoin Ventures, decent backers. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not bad at all. If anything that provides liquidity for a coin and does lending does tend to do very well, in my opinion. So it's not bad, but 25 million, the vesting looks a bit crazy. The fully diluted looks a bit crazy. The volume is very low because it's on no exchanges. I'm surprised this has done as good as it's done just being on the DEX. So they need to get some exchange listings, but it doesn't look that bad. Sui AI is shit, bro. Sui AI is dog shit. That's just a scam, bro. Sui AI, just like every other AI agent that just launched out of nowhere, and because it's on Sui is bullish. It's just, yeah, this is the same thing as CookieDAO or any other of these projects, bro. It's just the first launch AI agent launchpad on Sui. That's it. It's terrible. Deve is not bad. Deve has been performing very well. I don't know why, but it's not too bad actually. It's been performing very well, so there's not really much you can say about it. I wouldn't buy at these levels just because of how much it's pumped. But yeah, it's not a bad project though. I would definitely not buy it up now though. I think it's a bit too late. OTK farming people. OTK is not farming people, bro. I just told you it was a liquidity. It was one whale that sold. One thing you guys gotta realize: those people that don't know how to track wallets and don't understand the blockchain, like if they were farming people, you would know. I wouldn't be holding a project where the team is farming me. Are you stupid? It doesn't even make sense. Why would I hold a token where I willingly know that the team is farming me. That doesn't make sense. Like every single thing is on the blockchain. The blockchain is public. The blockchain cannot lie. Every transaction that happens is on there, and I tracked all the wallets, the team wallets. They haven't made a transaction in months. So, and the wallet that sold, I found that wallet. He holds meme coins, so it doesn't really look like it's a team. The team's not going to be holding some random meme coin, is he? It's just a whale that just was up on it. He bought in October, and he sold now because OTK was going down. The gaming narrative is dead. So they thought, I can use my money elsewhere, and he just clipped it in one go. That's all it was. Are we going to exit Q1 2025? No, we're not going to exit Q1 2025. Yeah, I still hold OTK Aitech, my friend. The price action is dead, though. I'll be honest with you. The price action is fucking dead. It's just not doing anything because the selling pressure is quite high. But, one of the things that I like about Aitech is it continuously works. Doesn't matter what's happening with their price action. They just non-stop, work. They create new agents all the time. Got a bunch of agents for different factors, whatever, track data, they have agents for everything, and they're going to keep making more. And they got these guys have plenty of money. They've got plenty of funding. And this is why they do competitions all the time. 10K trading competitions here, 10K, competitions there. I think Aitech will do well, but in order, for us to see Aitech perform, it will be after February. It won't be now. But this is the only DePIN project I hold, realistically. So I don't want to sell my only DePIN project because I know DePIN is going to be a massive narrative. DePIN is needed everywhere. I think all will do well because you got coins that are starting to get rugged, like DMTR. Yeah, all of these are starting to get rugged. And you're going to see, this is why fundamental always wins over trying to catch the hype. And all these AI agent coins, that you were trying to catch the hype on, they're all down 70, 80, 90% now. And most of them are not going to recover because they were just there for the short term for they make money. And that's it. They make good money and they're fucked off. Teams on holiday somewhere chilling because we don't even know who the teams are. They're all anonymous. But projects like Alt is going to be around because they're a legit business. They're going to grow over time. A lot of these projects are starting to get DMTR rug pulled. Literally, like, and the difference between this is an OTK. OTK's team didn't get rugged. These guys got rugged. One of their wallets got hacked, supposedly. I don't believe none of that shit. If the wallet got hacked or something happened with the team wallets, then they would have came out and made an announcement. OTK recovered within a day. Literally within 1 day. Look at it. It's still pumping. It's up 33% today. And it recovered that candle like nothing ever happened. That's the difference between, a project that's, whale dumping and the difference between the team claiming their wallet got hacked. But DMTR was not going anywhere for months. And for that reason, but maybe the team just took profits. It happens all the time. When the market gets boring, a lot of these team projects' wallets randomly get hacked. But look at DMTR. It had that initial pump and then just didn't go anywhere for like a very long time. Did not go anywhere. And the team thought, you know what, fuck it, let's take profits. And they took profits. They came out and said, oh, our wallet got hacked. Yes. The classic. How does your wallet get hacked? Bro, it doesn't happen. The only time your wallet gets hacked when you're ready to take profits. You can do that, TY. It's entirely up to you. I think AGI now. Look, AGI, in my opinion, should have done way better than what it done because AGI literally means AI agents. So when the AI agent narrative took off, this should have performed way better than it did, in my opinion, and it didn't. So if you want to swap your AGI for lower caps, that's completely fine. It's completely fine. I wouldn't even disagree with that. Because this did not perform as well as it should have. Because this caters. This is literally one of the first agents in the entire space. Lucy was an AI agent that's been in works for like a year now. So this should have, in reality, done at least reach its all-time highs. At least it kind of almost did in market cap, almost. But Yeah, you could do that, my friend. I don't think that's a bad idea. Don't think that's a bad idea at all. But AGI, they're not doing anything. They're still working though. They're still working, and they've just what's it called? They've just launched on Solana, and they actually went on an AMA with the Solana Foundation. So I wouldn't be surprised if they form a partnership with the Solana Foundation. That's something to consider. But yeah, you can sell it if you want, my friend, into the lower caps, no problem. It's just going to be a bit more volatile. I hate one thing on OTK: top 10 holders. Yeah, most of those are the team wallets, but there's a few whales in there as well. You're right. But majority of the top 10 holders is like team wallets and exchange listings, etc. If you can choose only 3 coins to do max, I would never only pick 3 coins, bro. This doesn't make sense. Don't spread your risk in 3 coins. That's stupid. Spread it across multiple coins. Because if one of your projects gets fucked, another one performs well, it kind of cancels each other out, doesn't it? If you do 3 coins, one of them gets rugged, then you've only got 2 more coins to rely on. It's not a good thing in my opinion. If Beam does a 10x, Munity does a 100x, there's hopium for you. Yeah, Beam is extremely undervalued, but like Beam is one of the projects I'm surprised is dumping so much. So look at the charts on Beam. Look how much is dumped for a high cap. That's a massive dump. Surprised Beam has dumped this much, but this is a prime example of how dead gaming is. Like Beam is an AI gaming project, massive team, massive backers, and I've never seen Beam's volume be this low. 43 million is extremely low. So this is just a prime example of how dead gaming is, and it has nothing to do with Beam being a shit project, because it's not. All it is the narrative. Look, all these narratives in crypto is fighting for liquidity, and only 1 or 2 players can win. At the moment, the only place that's realistically winning is Solana meme coin. That's it. That's what it is. But even the problem with meme coins is the narrative shifts every day. You have whatever's on the news, that becomes a narrative. DeepSeek was on the news. Some guy made a DeepSeek meme coin and it blew up. Some Trump launched he put a picture up on Instagram and he had this emoji on there, Fafu. Someone made a Fafu meme and he went on to like 100 million and he died the next day. You have to be quick with memes. You have to be on point. You have to sit on your screen all day, see what's trending, and then look at the meme, buy and sell. That's it. That's a very sad lifestyle to live, in my opinion. I can't do it. Some people do it, but I can't do it. How many likes are we on? Boy, smash the like button. How is it 150 people and Ross is talking about we don't even have a fucking 100 likes? Smash the like button. I would appreciate that loads. Nye or GLQ? Bro said MetaHorse Unity account. What the fuck? Why is your name MetaHorse Unity account? I think both of those are good projects. I don't want to give a biased opinion, obviously, because I like Nye. But GLQ is still a good project overall, in my opinion. Not a bad project at all. I would say GLQ it's still good, but I would prefer Nye because Nye solves a real problem. What GLQ does is it's not unique in the space, just building dApps. It's not really that hard to do. Create dApps, launch your own coin, whatever. They've just jumped onto the AI agent narrative as well, which I don't really like people doing. If you just jump onto one narrative because it's the hot narrative, it just means that the interest in your coin is not there anymore. But GLQ is made to build dApps. They're not made to fucking create AI agents. That's stupid. They just jumped onto that bandwagon. Whereas Nye is the only AI coin. And this is what a good project does. It stays the course. It doesn't jump onto bandwagons. And GLQ jumped on the bandwagon. Nye never ever talked about AI agents ever. Even during that crazy narrative pump where AI agents were the main subtopic, Nye did not once talk about AI agents because they don't need to. They solve the data problem in AI. They don't solve AI agents. So, and they will provide the data for the AI agents anyways. That's the difference. It's like NIGHT is needed in crypto, whereas JOQ is just like, it's just crazy dApps using, no code. And they got rid of the no code. They're just building dApps and creating AI agents. But it's like I told you, how many launch pads do we need for AI agents? We don't need many. We need 1 or 2 max. That's it. What do I mean by don't market buy? As in, bro, listen, when you go on an exchange, there is, unless you buy it on a DEX, sorry, it doesn't matter. You don't have an option. But when you go on an exchange, there's something called limit and there's something called market. When you market buy, you essentially push the price up, because if you put limit orders, you put it at a price and your order will get filled when it comes down there to a price. When you market buy, whatever price is that, let's say you want to market buy this, when you market buy, it clears a lot of the selling orders and it causes a massive wick, and then the bots just come and sell into your bag. And then what happens is you lose like 5-10% every single time. Now, market buyers are good when it's in the bull run because you have retards that pump your bags. However, when it's time to accumulate, which is what I'm doing, I don't want market buyers. Don't have market. You can't market. Don't market buy, because the bots will come and eat 10% of your money, 5% of your money. That's what market buyers do. As soon as you create this massive, let's say you create this wick, right, with one order, the bots will then come in, sell into your pumps, and then bring the price down, and then now you just lost 5%. It's pointless. Swarms project, I don't think Swarms is dead just because Swarms, I like Swarm agents. Like, the reason I still like Lucy and AGI is because they're building Swarm agents. So you have normal agents, which is capable of only completing one task, and then you have Swarm agents, which is which is made to complete multiple tasks via one agent. So you have one agent that can do 5 different things, whereas a majority of these AI projects is one agent that can only do one thing. And Swarm aims to develop Swarm agents. So I don't think it's a bad project. But yeah, I don't think it's dead now. Just look at the development. That's all you have to do. I haven't really looked into Swarms too much, but anything that builds Swarm agents, I think will do okay. But look at this. This is what I mean. When yes, they're good for the narrative. After the narrative dies, look how much they fucking dump. And mainly because the Solana people are cheats. This is why launching on the Solana coin is good initially to catch the quick pump. But afterwards, the Solana people just move on to something else and the coin just rug pulls. This is why launching on any serious long-term project isn't here to they don't launch on Solana, because this is why I get confused when you ask people like Sensei to launch on Solana. Like, Dan is here for the long term. He's not here for one cycle. He's here for multiple cycles. He's not here just to create a quick pump and dump his money. He's not here for that. If he was to do stuff, if he was here for that, he would have been, he would have moved to Solana anytime, because he can do that. He's got a layer 0 card or NFT that allows him to move to any chain he wants. If he was here to catch the hype, make some money short term, yes, he would have moved to Solana. But a lot of these projects are long term investments. They're going to be here for multiple cycles, right? And a lot of these projects that launched recently, most of them are just going to die. I have to look into Swarms properly, my friend. I don't know. But like I said, anything on Solana will come up fast and come down just as fast. You think ALB can reach 1 billion? They got good TVL. I don't even know what ALB is, but we can have a look quickly. I'm going to get off in like 5-10 minutes. Oh, Alien Base. Yeah, Base is a good network. TVL is 40 million, not bad. What did it reach before the all-time highs? 50 million. See, this is something you guys have to take in consideration. Look at the very heights, and this is where dilution comes into play. At the very heights, it reached 58 million. Price-wise, it was above 50, 56, almost 60 cents, right? For this to go reach its all-time highs again, will be what? Just over 3x. Let's say 3x. For it to reach in terms of market cap is only a 2x. So I don't really think ARB can reach $1 billion. I don't think that's realistic. I think Aerodome will steal most of the spotlight. And then there's new base, things are going to come out, DEXs. How many DEXs? There can only be 2. We got too many DEXs, my friend. I think Aerodome will steal most of the spotlight. You think sniffed in your video, what do you think of the project? Is low enough, but they will dip more in terms of unlocks. So not really. Sniffed unlocks are very good, to be honest. It's not anything to be worried about. And Sniffed is one of those projects that is resilient against the dumps. And when the market gets bullish, always pumps. So just look at that chart. That's a very good chart. Came down, rallied, comes down, then pumps back up. Rallied, comes down because the market got bearish, and now it's most likely going to trend back higher. But yeah, my friend, it's not a bad project. Sniffed is a very good project overall for low cap, and the unlocks ain't harsh at all. Like 20k daily, it's fuck all. Especially when the volume is 2.5 million average. 20k, 30k is not going to affect the price. Especially when this is still below seed prices, my friend. So the seed guys are down on this. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's have a look. Show you what I mean. These guys are down 56%, meaning these guys are probably either break even or they're slightly down themselves. That's why the price is good. But you look at the vesting schedule, it's less than 2x dilution. Internet's been slow, bro. I've already shown this like 50 times. I don't want to keep showing it. But it's 50x dilution. It's pretty good. I mean, not 50x, 2x dilution. What the fuck? Richard, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing very good. Any thoughts on WeCoin? I've already talked about WeCoin like at the start of the live stream. Just go back. I already spoke about it. Dasher, Top Hat on huge discount, massive AI agent launch. But look, I already told you, bro. AI agents are not the play. Yeah, Virtual's already migrated to Solana because Base wasn't treating them well. Stupid. It's like Virtual has hundreds of millions of trading volume daily, and Coinbase does not want to list them. It's like, how fucking stupid is Coinbase? And I think the reason they don't want to list them is maybe because they're a Chinese project. I think that's one of the main reasons, and politics get involved. But I'm not a fan of AI agent launchpads, but that narrative is dead, Troy. I just explained like the past half an hour why AI agent launchpads, there's too many of them. Render took a big hit. It's not Render in general took a big hit. I think the entire market took a big hit. What's Render at now? $5. I don't think that's a reasonably big hit. No, that's not a big hit, bro. It's a fucking little dump. It went from $6, $7 down to $5. That's not a big hit. It's a normal day in crypto, bro. Andreas, good to see you, my friend. Sentio, I don't know, bro. It's not too bad, but would I invest into it? No. Anything that doesn't have a docs team, just don't buy it, bro. Like, don't be one of those people that seen the narrative go by, seen that a lot of these coins pumped and think they're going to pump again. In reality, they're not going to pump again, bro. Most of them will not. Build powerful on-chain agents, no code required. This is the exact same thing as SNI. No code required. SNI. Let me show you what I'm talking about, bro. Same market cap, same thing. Exact same shit. AI agent deployed instantly, serverless. Serverless is a bit more bullish, but because they don't have a real product and you don't even know if they're serverless, you can't really check. It's hard to say. I haven't really tried it. If it is serverless, then it's pretty decent. But like I said, same shit. No code, serverless, How many launch pads do we need? How many do we need? Launch agent. There's fucking 500 of these fucking same shit projects, bro. Like, this shit is dog shit. It's going to die. This one's going to die. No docs team, basic website, just launched, no code. Whoa. No one gives a shit about AI agents no more, bro. Only a few of them will pump again. DeepSeek, no, I think if anything, DeepSeek gave some more life to the AI narrative, because now it's competition. Now it's like a wake-up call to these AI. It's going to be like an AI war. I think it's literally going to be an AI race war. You're going to see a lot of these companies speed up now and start building something a lot better now, a lot cheaper now. That's what they're going to start doing. I think, if anything, this is very bullish, because it's like a wake-up call to the top companies in America that they have to start providing cheaper products, because if not, China's going to take over. So I don't think it's burst the AI bubble. And I think NVIDIA's dump was way over exaggerated, bro. The reason I say that is because they use NVIDIA chips. It's like, DeepSeek used billions. They said that it cost them 6 million to make, but in reality, they were hiding 50K of the highest GPU machines that they didn't talk about. So in reality, it's all lies. Fizz, good to see you, my friend. Bushman, good to see you as well, bro. Hyperfly, James, good to see you as well, buddy. Hyperfly, is this the Solana coin? The Hyperfly. Talk about Hyperfly. This is the Solana gaming coin, right? This pumped to like 120 million and just came straight down. I need to look into this. It was a quite interesting one. Someone actually pointed this out to me. But it's like you can create these, agents within games, which is pretty decent narrative for the AI gaming narrative. But I need to try this out. But look at, if I show you the chart on this, you're going to be disgusted. From 12 cents down to 2 cents. Fucking crazy. It's like 100 and 200 million at one point. Just dumped straight down. That's the gift and the curse of Solana network. I'll look into that one a bit more. But it's the AI gaming narrative from what I remember. Do I think that some of my coins don't see AI season, a bull run, then that means we ain't having a bull run, bro. Because when the market got bullish, every single one of my coin pumped. Every single one of them. So Immunity pumped like 5-6x. Sensei done like a 14x, 13x, 10, 12x on average. Ort did like a 4x. Prop base pumped. ATR done like a 7x. Lightlink done like a 10x in one day, 8x in one day or some shit. So when the market got bullish, every single one of my coins pumped. I don't think a single one didn't pump. Every single one of them pumped. The only one that did not pump was Aitech. That's it. That's the only one that didn't pump. And that's because of it did pump, but it didn't pump fuck all. It didn't pump like a 2x. It's not a lot, so So no, I'm not concerned about that, bro. Because when the market got bullish, all the brick and pumped like a good amount. Every single one of them pumped. Tectum, Lightlink is still good, yeah. But it's a DJ coin, so don't hold anything massive into it. Lightlink at these levels, when layer 2s come back, Lightlink will do well because it has some good, decent TVR for his market cap. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you very much. Which gaming coin are you most bullish on now? Looks like there are great chances now. Look, every single gaming coin is at massive discounts. Every single one of them. Mavia, massive discounts. This is one that people were telling you to buy fucking out $8, $7, sitting at 52 cents. Nyan, people was telling you to buy back on. Well, Nyan's chart just looks pretty decent, to be honest. He held, and then he just dumped. But Nyan, decent opportunity. OTK, decent opportunity. All these coins are in good discounts. Corpor, good discount. It's just that gaming is just completely dead. But when gaming had a bit of life, most of the gaming projects pumped. The ones that I was talking about, Immunity pumped, OTK pumped, all of them pumped. But look at this chart, bro. This is how majority of coins chart looks now, because power just fucked everything up. Softflex, where you been, bro? Yeah, look, T13 Alien base looks good only if there's no more DEXs that come out on base. If more and more come out, then the number one will always be Aerodome, but number two is going to be a bit competitive. As long as there's no more DEXs that come out, Alien base and Aerodome will be the leading DEXs for base, and base will do very well. All is not deep in, no, but all is going to be deep in at some point because their compute is coming out soon. So they're not deep in at the moment. They probably outsource their deep in power, but they are going to be deep in though, yes, because they have alt compute, which is deep in, which provides GPU power, and that's still in works. They partnered with one of the biggest deep in companies in China, some big Shanghai fucking company. I don't know what it was called, but it was worth like billions. We partnered with those guys for the deep in for the compute, which is still in process, still working. And yeah, so they will be deep in at some point. But Alt and Aitech are partnered, so I'm pretty sure Alt is probably using Aitech for the GPU. Do I think XRP? No, I don't think XRP will be. What the fuck you mean? Actually, it's possible because Trump said it's 50-50 because Trump doesn't like XRP. Because look, people don't realize this, but XRP is the enemy of crypto. Because what they do is so scammy. Like if XRP was such a great project, why does the CEO never buy XRP? Why does he only sell XRP? This is what the XRP CEO does. He sells XRP and makes the average retard buy his coins off him, selling the story that is going to be the next world reserve currency, which is never ever going to be. The only way that XRP will be the next world reserve currency is if the CEO of XRP is the only person left on the planet. That's the only way that is going to be the next world reserve currency. There's retards to this day that believe that story that XRP is going to be the world reserve currency. If XRP was truly going to be the world reserve currency, why wouldn't the CEO just keep buying the project instead of just non-stop selling? It doesn't make sense. Ethereum only sells, never buys. XRP only sells, never buys. It's just that the retards in the XRP, at least XRP has no intrinsic value. At least Ethereum, many projects build on Ethereum. But XRP, what value does it have? It doesn't provide no value to the world. If anything, is the biggest enemy of crypto. It literally funds every lobbyist that is against crypto. It funded Kamala Harris, which is anti-crypto. It funded Biden, which is anti-crypto. It funds all the GMOs that are against crypto. Is literally the enemy of crypto, and these retards still, they still support it. That coin should be sent to zero. Is the enemy of crypto, and I hope Trump never gives them strategic reserve ever. I don't think he buys it because they do everything to kill Bitcoin, which is stupid. I don't think people realize this, but XRP is the literal enemy of crypto. It wants to kill Bitcoin. That's what it pays for. It sells its tokens to pay for stuff like that. So fuck XRP, bro. Well, how'd you likes? Nice. Bro, why is your name Meta Horse Unity account? That's good chilling though. I like that from you, but that's very good chilling. Tectum, ouch. It did bounce, didn't it? That's what happened. I told you the main is going to go live. It's going to bounce. It's going to bounce. Let's see if this is sustainable. I hope it's sustainable and continues to go ahead. AIXBT is a good agent. That's a good agent. Is EMC good to buy? Fuck no, bro. EMC is not good to buy. Is EMC still on my list? Fuck God, it's not, bro. This project is, bro. I'm not gonna, unless they fix the tokenomics, which so far they haven't done so. This project is as good as dead because apparently they raised 20 million, but they're probably just fucking throwing yacht parties with that 20 million, bro. It's crazy. Realio, appreciate that, buddy. But I don't know where that 20 million is being used. It's not being used in a project. I've been asking these guys because overall it's an RWA AI DePIN project. So the concept is all bullish. Teams docs, they got a decent ecosystem. But the one thing is no one knows where the vesting schedule is. No one knows where the tokenomics are. So every single time this has a pump, it just ends up coming back down a week or two later because there's no tokenomics. The early investors just keep dumping. So unless this gets fully diluted, one of the, maybe next year or some shit, I would never touch this though, personally. It's too shady, bro. Thoughts on Dasher? Not a big fan, bro. Not a big fan. Overkill, good to see you, buddy. AI Age is dead. I've got SNI, ALC, and other. Thinking about selling point limit AI takes sniff based AI thoughts. I don't think AI agents itself is dead. I think everything has taken a slump. Only buy AI agents that have a docs team and solve a real problem. Buy Alt because his agents are being used by billion-dollar companies. Buy Sensei because the agents solve a real problem. They're going to be around for a long time. It solves multiple different, these replicas can only get better and better. They get used for multiple different purposes. Whereas just launching AI agents, who the fuck cares, bro? I can launch an AI agent on 100 different platforms. What's so special about it? It doesn't make sense. So anything that has to do with AI agent launchpad, just fucking sell them. It has no intrinsic value. They're not going to survive. So just keep that in mind, my friend. It happens to every single person every time, bro. Narrative gets hot, all these projects pump, and then people start thinking these are actually good projects. In reality, they just launched on a bullish chain where all the money was on that chain, and ultimately, because all the money was on chain, everything that had AI agents in the back of the name pumped. But when the narrative shifts to something else, then you start seeing the harsh reality, and all these coins start fucking dying. It's as simple as that. AI fund is dog shit, and AI pump, it's not bad. The AI fund's another one. It's dog shit. Doesn't do nothing. At least Sniffed, which is in the same narrative, at least Sniffed has a game inside, so it caters to AI gaming narrative, which I think is going to be the next big narrative. So it's okay to hold. It has a launchpad. It does have the AI agent launchpad, but the AI agents solve a problem. Is the DeFi AI stuff. It buys you tokens. You can with just type in something. Can you buy me $10 of XRP or BTC? It'll carry out that transaction. It will be smart contracts for you. Just launching AI agents is not good enough. It's basically like these SNI and LC. Some of these projects like Dasher, they're just equivalent to Pump Fund. That's it. Just launch agents, but there's at least with Pump Fund, they don't have many competition. Whereas with these other agents, they have hundreds of competition. So yeah. Which RWA is next to Ondo? I think Ondo, there's not much. Plum is a good one. Prop Base is a good one. Bricken is a good one. Rio is a good one. Those are my three favorites. Yeah, even though they're on Binance Alpha, but it's very competitive what they do. Very, very competitive. That's the problem. But they will pump again, though, for sure. I think AI will pump again, yes. I agree with you, bro. But like I said, SNI and Dasher, it's too competitive, bro. That's the problem. What about Decent or Die? I've never heard of that. I've heard of it, but I haven't looked into it. Bro, because everywhere it's not updated, that's why, bro. Fucking hell, man. I literally just showed this shit to you like 10, 15, 20 minutes ago, and you're still asking why. Fuck. Because it's not updated, bro. Do you think fucking CoinGecko sits there and sees what Nye does, and as soon as Nye makes an announcement, it changes his tokenomics or crypto rank? Of course not, bro. You have to update them themselves. Jim, walaikum salam, brother. I'm gonna get off now, bro. 1 hour 45 minutes is more than enough, bro. Fuck it. Anissa, good to see you. Khalid, my friend, how you doing, bro? Walaikum salam, Khalid, bro. I hope you're doing fine. What do I think about DeFi? I think DeFi AI narrative is the play, because DeFi will always be in crypto. Crypto is built on DeFi, the whole concept of decentralized finance. So DeFi will always be around. Trump is big on DeFi. So, in reality, DeFi will do well. And, all the aspects of DeFi, if AI agents can solve and make your life easy on those, then DeFi AI will do well. I think that's a good narrative to be in. That's why I like Snift, because Snift caters to that narrative. Regarding the Iron Heroes, next playtest is coming. Expect NFTs to pump a bit. I hope so. They need to just release that game, bro, because the game looks pretty decent. Hats off to your thoughts. Morph AI, Hash AI. Bro, first of all of those are just dog shit. Morph AI is dog shit. Hash AI is dog shit. Paola AI is dog shit. Mira AI is dog shit. Ring AI is dog. All of those are just dog shit. Anything that has AI in the back of the name, bro, there's just dog shit. Well, Paola AI has like about 6 different functions. Hash AI is look. Hash AI will pump. Paola AI will pump because it gets showed by Alex Becker. The rest of them are just dog shit. Ring AI shit. Eagle AI shit. What's Ring AI doing these days, bro? I like the utility behind Ring AI though. I'll be honest, because it does solve somewhat of a problem, but it's very unstable. Very unstable. Yeah, game is very good. Needs an economy. It does need an economy. Yeah, I mean, look, Beckett will pump it at some point. I think. Is that out? Is that out? I don't know if that's out or not. I heard a lot of people talk about it though. I don't know if it's out or not. T-Rex, good to see you, bro. I appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm getting off now. I think 1 hour 45 minutes is good enough. It's a very long stream. In terms of the next stream, I would say maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday. If anything happens, then I will be live. It's always good to be live when the market is either up or down, because at least something is happening. When the market is just not going anywhere and it's just consolidating, doing fuck all, it's a bit boring. So we need to see the market do something before I stream. The dominance is coming down slightly. So is Bitcoin. As long as Bitcoin holds these levels, it should be good. But anyways, guys, appreciate you guys a lot. Hit the like on your way out. I will see you guys in the next few days. Bye-bye. Have a good day, guys.